In a quiet little town in Belgium, the epic battle for honor and glory is about to unfold. Zemst is once again the heart of Europe's biggest curling league. With 29 teams from 8 mighty nations, the competition is heating up on the coldest surface known to man. The stage is set for a historical new chapter. Watch the epic unfolding of the new season. Will the reigning champion dominate the series? Or will N19 rise up and revive old glory? Are the Tigers the dangerous outsiders? Or could it be the desperate housekeepers? We welcome hard-sweeping power from the east, dazzling charm from the north, strategic battle plans from the south, and nerves of steel from the west. We're going to see devastating duck duels and rock-solid wisdom from Stone Good. We may not have Canada's heroic Homan, Matt's badass Stars and Stripes, or a Swedish Viking princess like Anna. But our league forges its own legends. Meet the magician, Peekaboo Caro, the little general, Gatling Gun Tom, the GOAT, Mustache Man, and don't forget the Walter. We'll express our uncensored opinion. Celebrate only the very best of shots, and seduce you with our sweet voices.
Very good.
Because that is what we do. We simply love curling, and we are devoted to bring this exciting, roaring game out into the world, starting this fall.
Good evening, curling fans. Welcome back. We've got some Belgian Curling League action going on for you tonight. We're happy to be back. Feels like it's been forever since we've been here in the studio. I'm looking forward to tonight. Got a good matchup. Our first look at the Glashoch Rangers for this round. Haven't seen them yet. They always like to save their matches till the very end and put a little a little drama, extra drama into the standings. We'd love to see that. We're getting to see the Walter again. It's been a while since we've had him on the broadcast, so looking forward to tonight. How are you doing, Pim?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a bit tired, which is not the best to start the weekend, but other than that, I am doing good. And I think if you want to watch some curling this weekend, I think this is probably the major event to tap into the Belgian Curling League here, end of March. I don't know if there is other curling and other clubs being played. Not aware of
No,
other
probably
matches,
not. They're all shut down for the spring.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, nice game. The Germans, Glasgow Rangers, as you said, they waited very long to start their second half of the season, but now they're going to catch up, and I think maybe that's just a sneaky strategy, just trying to hide below in the tables, trying to have teams forget you're even out there, and then just come in, swipe by surprise, and then who knows? They could still become the champion of this league. It's still a long way to go.
Yeah, they sit down at the bottom of the table. They're above us because, well, we've played a bunch of matches and don't have any points, so their win percentage is slightly better.
Yeah.
0 divided by 0 is 1, whereas 5 divided by 0 is
You're
bad.
not allowed to divide by 0.
Exactly.
If the stream crashes, it's because you just divided by 0 here live on camera. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get a hold on the league standings. Well, let's have the correct League A, the most important league here. And I think it's no surprise Team Verreken sitting on top of the league, but they have played a lot of games, although they also won a lot of games so far. So they are steamrolling again, perhaps to another championship. Who knows? A bit early to call because we have the Desperate Housekeepers playing a very strong second half of the season. Not so much in the first half, but so far unbeaten as well. And then Glasgow Rangers also unbeaten. Those are the 3 teams that I marked as a potential candidates to win the second half. But yeah, for Glasgow Rangers, it's going to be a tough challenge. But who knows? I think do they have to return? Imagine if they win the second round, do they have to return for that kind of final
I believe
game?
so. I don't know how they're going to sort that out. I think it's been so many years since since anybody besides Verreken has swept both rounds that they haven't had to play the comeback match. But we will see. I think although I think that's only to decide the Belgian champion if it's two different
Yeah.
Belgian teams, because the highest rated
Wins
Belgian
the
team
yeah.
wins is technically the Belgian champion, and if it's Verreken finishing not first but second overall, and they're the highest Belgian team, well then they win the league or the title of Belgian champions. That's what it is for this season. We don't do things very simply here in Belgium. We like to make things as tricky as possible.
Yeah.
Governments, languages, curling, all of it. But
Yeah.
hey, it's good fun.
Yeah, that's the skill. I mean, it's a skill making things complex, and it gives everybody a job, and it gives everybody an opportunity to not understand how things work, and then you can drop in and become the expert and explain things. But yeah, the Belgian Curling League, it is still a successful growing format. I forgot how many teams we have playing in the league at this stage. We have 8 in League A.
32 teams
32
across
teams.
three divisions, 4 pools.
Yeah. And then a couple of nations.
And 8 countries and all of that. Yeah, it's a hodgepodge here. It's a big cornucopia. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some big words that mean a lot of mix of things. Cornucopia, a potpourri, if you will, of curling talent from across all sorts of flavors and countries. It's been. We're going to see a lot of them this weekend too. We have Germany and Belgium tonight. Tomorrow night, I think we're going to have the Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands against Team Gillard. Is that?
That's English against England, and then on Sunday we have Romania against the Netherlands. So it's going to be
nice. I mean, I have been waiting to have Romania on stream for so long, and now they will have their time to shine in the spotlight. And also tomorrow, 2 new teams we never had on stream so far. Steen Snoepers against Gillard. So a lot of new faces, new teams. Also for us, interesting to make our predictions because a little bit more of the unknown factor is going to play.
With the all wet thumb in the air and go, okay, which way is the wind blowing? Let's try that. You never know. So it's going to be fun. Hope you guys stick around. Please ignore if any of you saw the social media post before it got canceled. I was a little quick on posting it before confirming who was playing, and it turns out there's a few matches that were incorrectly scheduled. So we took care of it. It's gone. We're going to be broadcasting tonight, tomorrow night, Sunday night, 3 matches this weekend, and really looking forward to it. Hope you guys join us for all of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way. If you want to know when we're live, just subscribe to the channel. Then you will always get the bell, the notification, the thing. And that's, I think, the thing that always works for sure. I think we announced it 30 minutes up front with notification, like Kurdia is going live within 30 minutes, something like that. Plenty of time to have some fries, get a beer, get yourself installed on the couch, and get ready for some awesome curling.
Yeah.
I think for tonight, the German team, Glasgow Rangers, I heard there is kind of a little bird cheeping around that this might be the last opportunity for us to stream Glasgow Rangers. There are rumors going around that they might not return after the summer. It's not confirmed, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, it could be a unique stream here for the guys.
Yep. Yeah, they're one of the furthest traveling teams. Obviously, the guys from Spain and Romania come further, but they fly in. These guys drive 6 to 8 hours each way, so it is a bit of a slog. I kind of understand that they wanted to have some different competition than they normally see. Now that they've done it for a few years, maybe there's time for them to find other pastures to play, other tournaments to play in, things like that. But we hope they come back. We hope we really love having them here. But if not, we wish them the best. But hey, so this might be a unique opportunity for them. I see a lot of their fans in the poll already. Glashoch Rangers leading 86 to 14% over Brewers Ducks very early on. I still haven't made my mind up yet.
Well, it's just because there are more Germans than Belgians. I think if you those are the numbers that make sense. But yeah, they always bring in a lot of awesome fans, and they know we watch chat. So if they have comments to make, then we'll definitely read them. We might feature them, depending on whether you're nice or not.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess let me take a look out on the ice. They seem to be still throwing their warm-ups, so we've still got some time. They have a time clock. We don't have our camera tuned on it, so we can't quite see how long, but usually 9 minutes. We did get a little bit of a late start because some issues with the ice techs, but they have solved it and hopefully gotten the ice up to snuff. We'll see. You know,
Yeah.
could be an interesting thing as well when it's not a normal one of the normal ice makers doing the ice.
Yeah, now it's Dirk. Dirk leading the competition or organizing the competition. He was the dedicated ice maker for tonight. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out on our B sheet. B sheet in curling exams tends to be very unpredictable. Like the left side versus the right side, there's a little bit of a difference. We'll see how that turns out to be tonight. But that has been a bit the story all season so far, where we have one kind of straight side where it doesn't curl that much.
Yeah,
The people playing here they know, but maybe Glasgow Rangers being here for the first time in a couple of months could be a factor that they have to get acquainted to.
yeah, they're gonna have to figure it out. You know, we were playing it last night, and we had certain lines that okay, if you were just a little bit up on the weight, it stayed dead straight. Otherwise, you'd get some curl on it. So it's really hard to predict. You know, half a stone outside, maybe it turned a little bit, curled a little bit more. Sometimes maybe it fell outside. You just really have to pay attention. Sven, with his Olympic experience, I think he's got the eye for that. I don't expect him to make too many mistakes off of that. Once he sees a path, I think he's going to figure it out. So I think that will be something easy, something to keep an eye on, if
Yeah.
you will.
Something I will also keep an eye on is one of the most colorful players here in the Belgian Curling League returning tonight with the Glashoch Rangers. Obviously, I am talking about Florian. Florian with the big colored beard. There is no chance you might miss it. That's one of the things you will notice in a couple of minutes. So that's something I look forward to as well. And then, of course, Leon, our good friend, he's also advertising his tournaments. In Hamburg, they have a tournament in, I think it's beginning of October.
Yeah, I believe so.
And I promised we should go to that tournament. Apparently, it's super good. It's also with a little bit of side competitions there, and they are doing a great effort and also streaming their tournaments and their matches. So I think that's a very promising tournament in the future. Maybe for us for Takeout Tigers at some point to
Yeah, it could be fun. Yeah, it does sound like fun. We always tend to put it off too late to participate, but maybe this year we'll be able to figure things, get our stuff act together, and plan things out for this year.
Yep.
Or maybe we'll have to wait till next. But we'll see. But I would look forward to that one. But if you are a curling team looking for a fun Bonspiel, check them out. It's Curling Club Hamburg.
Let's see if I can find the details. I remember he posted some of the details. So while I'm doing that, John, maybe you can tap into your predictions because I'm curious to know how you see the game.
All right. For those of you who are new here, just tuning in, you'll see these numbers that just popped up on the screen. Let me use the correct hand. These are our season-long predictions. Pim and I pick the winner of every match that we broadcast. We invite you guys to do it as well. We've got the poll going on in the chat, so go ahead and get your vote in. We will close that after the fourth end, and then we'll see who is the winner. But I am leading this season. I have won 10 times. Pim has selected correctly 9. I believe I had the last correct response.
I think so, yeah, I think
you
so.
get to go first.
Well, since I like the Glasgow Rangers that much, pure out of sympathy, I am going to put my vote, my precious vote, on the Glasgow Rangers. I trust the guys. I mean, they have a former Olympian, so what else is there to tell? And I have been kind of promoting the team, although I like Walter and Jan and the guys as well. But yeah, the Glasgow Rangers, they're the Rangers, and they have a strong team so far in the league. So I think there's nothing more for me to add on top of that.
This is a tough one for me. I mean, I really like the Rangers. They're really strong. Leon and Sven, their back end, really, really tough competitors. But the Walter is a legend in Belgium for a reason. Half of the guys on this Brewers Ducks team are part of the men's senior team going to the World Championships next month. So there is some talent on that side as well. And I think I'm going to take a chance on the Walter pulling off his magic, or doing whatever he does that makes him a legend. And so I'm counter picking you.
Like
so
that, sir.
We are going to yellow. Oh no, that's
the two Huskies.
That's,
wow, what on earth are the two Huskies doing on our stream tonight?
That is weird. Yeah,
we are always here.
I'm just putting up the colors, but you guys know what we're saying. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. We'll take them down. So I am going with Brewers Ducks tonight. Pim is taking Glashoch Rangers. I believe they are
Yeah, before we hop to
finishing.
the ice,
Oh,
I'll
right.
just give the last piece of credit.
There
So,
we go.
if you are a curling player, if you live near Hamburg or a bit further away and you want to do a nice tournament, and I promised Leon I would make some promotion because they're so likable, then
Oh.
you should visit the Glasgow Rangers Invitational Tournament 2025. It's October 10th until October 12th, and you get a no, we didn't discuss any discount if you
No.
feature if you mention us, but maybe who knows? And if we're there, you can always buy us a beer. We appreciate that kind of stuff. I see people are tapping into chats, and we are going to tap into the ice. It's hi Vanina, by the way. I think it's the first time I've seen Vanina.
Yeah,
here,
Vanina,
at the
hello.
stream. Vanina, future Belgium women's national team. Who knows? Training very
Possibly,
hard to achieve the
possibly.
goal. She's very ambitious. But yeah, 3-1. Let's see
Let's
how
get
Jan.
going.
Oh, they are starting from. Oh, I think they're doing the LSD because it's
Ah,
a
yeah.
weird place to start, but also a nice thing to watch, I guess.
Absolutely. Jan with his LSD, trying to, for those of you unfamiliar, LSD stands for last shot draw, and each team throws 2 stones, one from the clockwise position, one from counterclockwise, and then the total distance, they measure the distance from the center of the house. Lowest total distance wins. If that one sits down on the pin, which it has, that is a fancy 0. That's as good as you can get. Now, we do it slightly differently. Oh, maybe they're looking at a measure, so maybe it's just a little bit over. We do it a little bit differently here in Belgium compared to the World Curling Federation. World Curling measures to the center of the stone, so they have a special technique for doing that. We measure to the edge. It's a little bit easier, a little bit faster. We can see 1 centimeter. I think that was what finger, or at least Walter is raising 1 finger, so maybe that's it.
Looks like they are getting set. Giving those final handshakes there. Walter and Sven, I think 2 legends in curling, one from the Olympics and one from Belgium, of course. Jan the Squared slapping around.
Just waiting for confirmation on who gets to start, although the way the Brewers Ducks were looking at it, they're pretty happy. And the way they're walking away from the hack.
Yeah, pretty
now,
casual.
Now Jan is stopping, yep, so Brewers Ducks will have the hammer. Oh, it's already set up. I don't even have to change anything. All right.
Been a while since we've casted the game, and to be honest, I feel like watching some curling tonight again.
I do as well. I feel like I've forgotten everything about these controls, and I'm the one who made them, so that's not good. So here on League A, which is the top division here in Belgium, we play with a thinking clock. So there is 30 minutes for 8 ends. You can see the clock there in the background. Danielle is the official timekeeper for the evening. So Marcel kicks things off here. This one coming in, just gonna settle into the front of the house. Something is going on with my scoreboard here. Let's try this again. It's not Marcel's stone.
Bit on the light side here. Going for 2-3, going for this corner guard setup.
See if we can get the skips back into this as well. All right, something is going on with the scoreboard. I'll try to take a look at that later, but for now, we will watch some curling. We'll just have to talk you through it.
Ja, nicht curlen! Nicht curlen!
Sweeping technique there from Leon.
Nicht curlen!
Good weight on the broom here. Now, did they
Nicht curlen!
that one? Could it overcurl?
Gut!
Going to come off. It's going to be on the center line, covers things up. That's quite nice.
Ja, also sauber schon halten, aber nicht mischen.
Very good stone there from Leon and Mark.
We'll just take the scoreboard off for now if it's not working.
So I noticed the Glashoch Rangers, they forgot something.
They forgot their banner, yes,
Yeah,
and they're here
probably
all
always-
weekend.
Yeah.
My guess is they probably remembered about halfway in the drive, and it's like, nope, we're not turning around.
Oh. Bitte, bitte, bitte. Yep, yep, fang it up.
Duff coming in with his
Go, ready, fang it.
second stone coming in between.
Come on,
They're trying to get this one
make
very-
it,
doesn't look like it's curling over. They're trying to drag it just a little bit
Up,
more.
up, up, up,
Get
up.
some covered. Gets it about halfway under. Not bad.
Die Länge.
Very used to stone.
Looking
Apparently,
for hack weight here. There's still some gap there, so Sven's saying, hey, let's get rid of it.
Leon,
Lauren
Leon.
delivering his first stone of the evening. Sweeper's working as hard to make sure it gets around. That is
Hinter die
going
Gartennetze.
to get through. And beautiful
good,
right there
good.
on the nose. Sits
Sehr
in
good.
there. Does stay a little bit exposed on its own, so, but I think Walter
good.
going to ignore that, going to try
Which
to
is
open things
good.
up. Ah, different colors for Florian, I just noticed. Normally, he used to have like the pink and green. Now he's got sort of a turquoise and orange going on with the beard.
Yep,
new style, and pink and green is
Yeah.
that's so 2024.
ready. Jim, fang it. Kill me.
One coming through, gets it, gets the peel, slides off to the side.
Good.
Nicely done.
Two German teams here tonight on the Zemst ice. As sheet A, we have a League B match. Curling playing against the Arikada. Or
No,
the
Detroit.
Easy.
At least I hope I'm saying that right. That's what it looks like. And then on sheet C, we have a League C match with Harikata and Team 2800, or we call them Team Makala at times. This one over curling, but does come in and sets up a guard over there in the back.
They kind of stole away sure spots behind the corner guards for yellow. So
Pick it. Eventueel een dubbele. Dat is. Normal. Wow.
This one
Yep.
coming in hard.
Oh.
wait for sure.
No. Okay.
Gets rid of one, rolls in between, and now we have skip voice activated.
Premium feature.
You never know with Walter if we're going to be able to understand it. You probably coming from that part of the country understand it a little bit better than I do.
I don't come from that part of the country at all.
I thought you were from Ghent.
Walter is from his accent is very Antwerp.
T-line.
He's from Dendermonde.
From Dendermonde?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or at least that's where he lives now. Maybe he did come from somewhere earlier.
Aufpassen!
Antwerpen. Oh, he is from Antwerp.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ja.
That's correct.
Ich mach weiter, ich mach weiter.
Right.
My accent, my kind of native accent is the western part of Flanders. Very hard to compare two dialects. I think that's a kind of a strange thing here in Belgium, or at least in Flanders. It's such a small country, but the variations on dialect are pretty huge for limited amount of service.
I am forever grateful that this one coming in gets the hit, rolls to a little bit the outside. I am grateful that my wife comes from Hasselt, which is considered the center of Limburg, and they speak in a sing-song slow version, so it's very easy for me to understand. But I definitely do not sound like a Limburger when I speak.
Sauber. Marschi! Marschi, weiter!
Trying to get the roll over, gets a hit.
Schön, erstmal.
Nice stone there, not quite fully covered, but that's going to be require a delicate touch. Just can't throw massive weight at that. They want to get this one over around the guard, over the nose to kind of roll underneath.
Ja, stop!
Very quick on the call for the sweep.
Stop, Fergie!
Wants him to keep going.
Fergie! Oh!
This one looks good, gets around the guard, gets onto the nose. Job well
Können
done.
auch gerne hier und dahin. Ah, so Hackweight, genau. Ich glaube, so ist gut. Ja, 20 so. Wir können ihn treffen und ein bisschen nach außen rollen.
All right, Sven's turn for his first stone of the evening.
Dass wir so auf Höhe des 8 Fußes außen sind. Komm mit 20. Damit wir. Aufpassen!
This one to curl over, hard on the broom. That's going to get that yellow, but it's not going to roll under cover.
Hard!
Wanting it to roll away, try to make it more difficult to get a roll back over for yellow on their own.
Ja, vol roken. Kan snel uitpakken. Dat je kan wegdouwen. Ja, proberen hè. We moeten hem redelijk voorroken en dat gaat niet lukken. Dat gaat ook rood rollen. Tegen de stier nu.
For a bit of a nose hit, forcing Glashoch Ranger, although a nose hit would they end up being shot, for sure.
Een beetje snelheid
That's a
gooien.
tough one.
Yeah, but they can always promote that second yellow one, red onto yellow onto red. But
We look over top. I'm not sure they would be shot, but
Ja!
Sweep want to get this one to make sure. Ooh, this is gonna over curl. Will that stay in the house? No, unfortunately it does not.
now a good opportunity here for Glashoch Rangers
Mal
to just
versuchen
put
hier hin.
something buried.
Nee, das ist nicht gut.
Force the Brewers to
Ja.
draw for one.
Ja, bitte. Wo
Leon
er auch okay
suggesting
ist, ist eigentlich da. Aber so, er wird
maybe
mehr curlen.
possibly leaving something here, but that Sven said no. We want to get it around over behind the guard.
Yeah, if you put it like top 8, then the 4 foot
Versuch
is
nochmal
still
4
wide
Fuß,
open.
nochmal
It's better
rum.
to just find something in the 4 foot behind some protection.
Yep.
Narrow down scoring area, making the draw as hard as possible for Brewers.
Viel Platz, warte. Easy. Easy. Whoa.
Feels a bit heavy too. Is that gonna settle down? I don't think so.
Going.
Drew's gonna really get on that, try to get it as deep as possible. Thought he could get that through, does not.
It's their back 12, and all of a sudden, well, it's still a draw with a little bit of backing.
Yeah, but you can't use the backing. You gotta be just a little bit of a nibble on the 4 foot. Well, not even that far. Maybe just a little better than half on the 8. So
yeah, it's straightforward draw to the pin here.
skips.
Ik heb wat bekking van achter.
No hammerstone here in the first end.
Kijken. Oh.
All about the weight now. Feels heavy to me.
Yeah, a little bit. It's starting to curl in. We'll have the line, but will it have the weight? And they definitely don't want this to go through.
Steal, and it's a steal of 1.
Oh.
1 red, and this was a bit on the heavy side. Yeah, I think he also said I have the backing. Sure, that's the backing can protect you from a steal of 2, but it was basically not the right weight to score 1, and a bit of a mistake here from the Walter, but the damage is not that bad at all. It's still just 1-7 ends to go. Nothing, no reason to panic.
I see Alistair said something and then took it back, but if I recall what he said was we're coming off a little quiet, so I'm going to add a little volume to our voice. Hopefully we're not too quiet. We've had a whole host of audio issues this evening that we were able to fix before we got on, or we thought we fixed and didn't, so things are a little bit out of place. The skips are loud and we're quiet. All right, so we'll do some tweaking. Let's see what happens on this one. Much better. Okay, that's good. So starting off end number 2.
Ins Haus!
Marcel leading off after that steal of 1 in the first.
Hart! Hart! Noch ein bisschen, komm! Noch ein bisschen! Weiter!
Now, it could be just Sven is very loud, but yeah, I do see that trying to balance the levels here. What we hear is always maybe a little bit louder than what, or is a little bit softer than what you guys hear, so hopefully I'm not turning them way down too much. Oh, absolutely, Alistair. I will be posting those in the
Oh yeah, I can imagine
the ticker.
Alistair is probably trying to keep an eye on the scoreboard over on sheet A, as Cape Cullen is playing the Romanian team there. Now I don't hear Walter at all.
Oh, because I didn't switch.
Whoa.
I was too busy updating the scoreboards.
Nee. Doe dat niet. Oké, sorry.
Nochmal!
So, updating the other scoreboards quickly. So we can show off our fancy dancy ticker.
Flo!
Wanting this one to curl. Is that going to get over? I think he's going to end up taking both of them out.
Achtung!
Yeah.
He does. Nice double there to
Gut.
go off the second. Unfortunately, one of them was their own.
That's something we mentioned. Like this is, especially that side is a very straight side.
Pick
Throwing
up.
takeouts. A lot of teams struggled, including Takeout Tigers yesterday evening.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of the story all season. And even teams that know it's straight, it's still counterintuitive to just give very, very little ice.
Ja, stop!
Steph giving that one a good hard shove.
Come on, Henry!
Curling hard.
Seb trying to
Ready,
hold this
ready.
one, but it one is
Ready.
bleeding off and
Stop maar. Dat is niet.
nope. Not able to hold that one, so opening here for Rangers to go after something. Next to be setting up a guard.
The Rangers, they're playing tomorrow at 9 a.m. So it's going to be a short night for the guys to recover. Playing this game late evening. And then,
First session tomorrow. I
Yeah.
believe they play 2 matches tomorrow.
Aufpassen! Wie schnell genau?
Maybe 3.
Jupp! Jupp! Hart! Hart!
Trying to get this
Weiter,
one
weiter, weiter,
around
weiter.
behind it, wanting to get it deeper and
Gut.
buried.
Eine Offensivguard.
Doesn't quite get covered, but yep, that's that. Oh, is this line going to curl or not?
Pick up.
Apparently not enough.
got some votes for Brewers Ducks in our poll, so Belgian fans are starting to finish dinner. Another missed takeout here for the Brewers.
That one goes well wide.
Starting to hurt like this, and the Rangers, they're digging trenches right now, starting to defend their build-up.
Easy, oh! Wow! Ja, ich weiß, ich sehe es.
This one's looking pretty good. Down the middle, is that going to over curl?
Yeah, it's
Aufpassen,
curling and
dranbleiben
it's a bit
bitte.
too hard, so it's not
Beißen.
really
Ja,
what
gut.
they were hoping for. And I think Brewers, they're just gonna throw in some weight.
Possible triple there.
Yeah, it's
That
definitely
would be
there.
a nice bit of flash for get on the highlight reel with this one, potentially.
Just pushed outside again.
Whoa.
Sab not happy with that one.
I think just trying to get some weights resulted into pushing it a bit outside, but it still could work.
Gets rid of one, gets onto the second, moves on to the third, gets rid of one. So not a total disaster, better than a whiff, but or than flashing it, but yeah, still have 2 in there. Sen with the easy decision to throw up the guard.
Nur sauber! Nicht curlen! Nur sauber! Oh! Dranbleiben bitte, dranbleiben! Oh, dranbleiben!
Just not curling over enough and a little bit heavy.
Good!
Yeah, just probably about a half a stone wide.
Beetje tempo.
I think they're starting to figure out like, hey, this is indeed kind of straight over on that side.
Yes, sir.
Going
Ready.
for line here.
curl a bit. It's gonna peel off that guard. Unfortunately, wanted that one on the nose, but beggars can't be choosers. Take what you can get out of that.
Yeah, they were really hoping to get at least 2 out because Rangers still are offered opportunities to just.
Okay, we're back. We're not. All right, maybe we're back.
I think so.
Hello?
Let's hope so. Well, let's just continue the stream. We missed the conclusion of end number 2, but
The Ducks scored 1, tie things up as we now head into end number 3, I believe. Hopefully you guys stayed with us. We appreciate that. Act of God, or as we call him, the Mustache Man, turned off our power.
Is goed, zet erin. Nog veel curlen, niet thuis hè jongens.
There we go. Don't want
Moet
this
ervoor
one.
blijven hè. Ga niet eraan beginnen, je moet ervoor blijven.
Oh, this one coming just a little bit deep.
Dan zie
Didn't
je
want
de
this
goede
one in the
optiek.
house, but
Maar kom in.
it is what it is.
it makes a big difference.
20!
As soon as it's in the house, the whole front end strategy shifts towards these kind of takeouts.
Is it? Yup!
Leon putting a lot of weight in this broom, wanting to hold this line as straight as possible. It's just going to miss it.
Ooh. And
Ein
a
Ton,
lucky break here for the Brewers Ducks as they can now put a guard in
Pretty
front
good.
of the shot stone.
We're having a bit of a throat condition this evening.
Yeah.
Lots of coughing and hemming and hawing.
Denk door de centerlijn. Oh,
Again heavy.
niet er hard uit.
Kind of curling over.
Niks erom, oh, nee, 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 nee. Oh.
And leaving a double here.
Yeah, leaving a nice pocket double there. I imagine that's
Take
exactly
out.
what Sven is going to go for.
Schön aktiv spielen.
It's nice and active. Schön aktiv.
Neu. Yep.
Hard on the sweep. Looks like it's got some good weight, but I think this is going to just nose on that middle one.
Sehr gut.
Ooh, and rolls over a bit. Has that backing now. Sven not displeased with that one.
Yeah, it makes it hard to take out reds.
Can we not move to the next end? There we go. Now we can see the overhead.
Oh, yeah. Going to tap into the slides.
You can always see the slide.
Oh, yeah.
those of you who are familiar with the stream will notice that some things have changed, move things around. Pim hasn't seen it yet, so it scares him. He's frightened by this new technology. We figured we'd have a nice wide overview. Trying to get this one down deep, calling for the sweep, want to get into the as deep as they can, getting this into shot position. Right there on top of the button.
20!
The question is there a bit of a double there? Nope, that will slide just underneath, so. Just going to play the hit, maybe roll over, get behind some cover.
Yes, 0.
This one taking it out, sliding out the side.
Zullen we minder geven? Zullen we minder rechts geven? Tik hem naar rechter, ja, ja. Oh, tik hem maar naar rechter, kom op. Blijven gewoon, kom op.
Trying to get this one to curl over, just seems to be hanging on. There it goes.
Blijven gewoon, blijven gewoon. Dan gooit hem juist op boord.
Yeah, Walter saying he was a bit outside of the broom, but then with a more a juicy way of saying things.
Sauber! Yep!
Yeah, going hard with the broom here, really getting that weight down in there, getting some good speed. Trying to hold this around, but I think that's gonna just catch that. It does.
Good!
But does get that yellow one out. Red rolls safely away.
Yeah, that worked out. I think wasn't plan A, but for sure it worked out as an acceptable alternative here. And not a lot of cover for the Brewers Ducks to really try and bury their stone.
Kom op, over die hoeklijn. Stef moet curlen. Nog. Oh.
Ready to get this
Okay,
over.
ball.
Yep, cover that inside part of the stone. Going to make it more difficult to hold the red and get the yellow out of there. Nice guard there. So Sven wanting to do a hack weight hit here. Roll over as a guard over top of their own red there in the back of the house.
Sauber! Yep! Yep!
Immediate call here. Both Marcel and Florian are on it.
Whoa! Kurz!
One a little bit light.
Ah!
That's the sound of disappointment. That's the facial expression of disappointment.
I think I'm gonna have to capture that one just to, who knows, that might be a social media clip.
Oh. Stop. Oh, stop.
Calling them off. Going to get around, but it's a little bit deep.
Oh.
I still think that's an all right position. It does leave it half exposed, but does make it a little bit trickier to get to it.
Yeah, I like it.
So,
With the way the angles are looking, I think for Glashoch Rangers, it's pretty annoying to kind of clear those yellows.
yeah, you can see Sven kind of trying to play some angles up as if he catches the outside of that yellow. Will it?
Wollen wir den? Oder willst du den? Mach mal Peeling!
Okay, going for a peel.
And something Leon can throw, some heavyweight stones.
Sell hard on the sweep, trying to make sure this one stays just outside the nose. Gets the run, and brilliant stone.
Gut, ist gut. Gut.
Sven is very happy with that one.
Danke, Klaar. Push
Give
je
some
daar
things
begrijpen, maar
around.
je staat dikker. Proberen, als ze te lang is, kunnen we hem lopen. Kunnen nog. Maar dan ligt die helemaal lopen, hè. Ga gewoon, leg het gewoon dicht. Als het te lang
Still
is,
lying shot.
als het te lang is, kunnen ze zeggen met die gele waar je ermee doet, hè.
Give you a quick
Ja, maar dat
update
is
on the
toevallig
other
als ik,
scores, maybe?
Ja, ik ga eerst proberen er vuur te gooien, hè, als het te lang is.
My ticker is not working. What the heck is going on?
Just ignore the things that are not working. I mean, if you have to mention everything that's not working, then we have enough content for 50 social media posts.
We proberen af te dekken, is het te lang. Als het te lang is, dan tikken we die gele binnen tegen de andere gele,
We'll
hè.
have to do it the old-fashioned way and
Eerst
give a
instantie
manual
gaan we de
update
boord
between the
proberen te
ends.
spelen. Je beestjes weer uitgepakt. Bekeulen!
This one down, but needing it to curl over. That's the most important. Feels like it's just staying straight. But they're wanting him to bring it in. Maybe they can get around behind it, but it is going to just tuck up next to it.
Yeah, and they stopped sweeping for a second there and had a kind of a minor error instead of trying to really bury it in.
Ja.
But it's going to be difficult to get rid of both of those yellows without moving their own reds.
Wenn ich
So
die erstmal beide versuche zu nehmen
not an
und den zum
easy,
Schluss.
as easy of a double as it appears.
Ja, den eigentlich und den ein bisschen rüber. Ich glaube, wir nehmen ihn so. Schon ein bisschen schneller. Gib mir mal ein bisschen mehr. Ja, genau. Ja.
Feel like they want to come in and how do I want to say this? They want to come this way,
So.
catch this one, shooter will
Möglichst die
roll off
beiden in
that,
der
but it
Mitte
should
weg.
push that and that. That's, I think, the plan. I'm sure anybody out there who speaks German will probably tell me I'm wrong.
Aufpassen. Ja. Wow.
Doesn't quite get the curl, gets rid of the one, but they wanted to hit the other one first, so shooter rolls out of the way. Yellow sits,
Zou de Duitser hier nog
stays
uitpoetsen?
there in the middle.
Chippen? Zelfs als we die erdoor chippen is ook goed. Hetzelfde naast. Je weet.
Possible
Iets
chip
minder.
to get that underneath.
Als je dat mist, iets minder, dan heb ik de goord. Hè? Zo. Gewoon, ze zullen wel eens moeten vijgen of kunnen we rechter vijgen, is het ook goed, hè?
So if I understood that right, they're going to try to draw in around behind, but if not,
die
you know,
gele
if it
proberen
catches
te pushen.
this,
Of
then it can go
verkeurt hem,
there.
dan houden die vergoord, hè?
Ah, no, going
No,
for
they're trying to-
trying to push it
promote
in, but if it comes up short, they have a guard.
Iets rapper dan.
It's always nice when the skips explain it twice.
Ietsjes harder, hè?
Feels like it's a little heavy. Sweepers are laying off it for now.
Keulen!
Needing this to curl, even just to have a chance at touching it
Come
when
on,
I
curl,
believe it's
son.
wide. Ooh, just a smidge. And that's going to trickle off, and Leon's going to sweep it as deep as he can. Sits there as a biter, but not,
Warte mal kurz, ja.
not where they wanted it.
Ja, warte. Lass mich mal ganz kurz gucken. Wenn wir da gegengehen und dann dahin. Ich spiele ihn wie eben. Weil wenn er vorbeigeht, geht er hier rauf. Und wenn wir
So looking at a
knapp
way
angehen, wäre
to
perfekt.
hit that yellow, then go onto their red and onto their yellow. So come in, hit this side here. This goes away. Shooter comes here, hits that, which catches over the top of here. Shooter might go away, or that one might go away.
Nochmal
But
weben.
looking for
Weben.
some
Zentimeter vorne an den Gelb. Gib ein ganz
way to
kleines
get rid of both of
weniger.
those yellows. Finger is poised
Hier,
to
genau
click
weben,
the
hier.
highlight reel button.
Yeah, because remember, yellow is still sitting shot. It'll have to deal with that yellow stone. This is the last stone of this end here. But this one has to count. And, the Brewers Ducks, they can cross their fingers for maybe a steal. We're going to see how this plays out.
Down to Holden will sweep as hard as he can. Gets it 1-2, and there they go. And the tap shot stays. Great stone there.
And I think it's 3 reds, maybe 4.
That is 4. Yeah, they're gonna have a look at that one up at the
Yeah,
top corner, but
3, maybe
believe
4.
that's
It's hard to see. But what an excellent stone here from Sven. He spotted the angles, he executed, and then they get some big numbers on the scoreboards. Slamming the big 4 out there.
It was a 4.
And all of a sudden, Rangers leading 5-1 over Brewers Ducks. And this really puts the Rangers in a bit of a comfortable position. Moving on to the 4th end. And you can see the Brewers Ducks kind of peeking at the scoreboard. Yeah, we'll have to fix that. We still have 5 ends to figure out a battle plan. But for sure, the momentum is on the German side right now.
Marcel starting things off here in end number
Dann
4.
lassen. Aufpassen. Ja. Ja.
This one curling in.
Halt.
Not going to quite get back to the center line, but they are
Good,
going to
Marci.
get that onto the house.
So.
Since they really wanted that one in the house.
Bit early to start playing the scoreboard, but at the same time, if you can force the other team's not been making their hits, so if you can force them into it, playing a hitting game, you're pretty much
Freeze it. Stop.
bringing the game into your strategy.
Yeah, we've seen some missed takeouts at number 2 from the Brewers Duck side. So
Oh, that just seemed to pick something. It's
Keep
slight,
in hè.
but it curled over quite a bit.
Stop.
Wanting this one to end up as a corner guard.
Ah, shit.
Oh, swear jar.
Nochmal. Schön aktiv. Gut. Sauber. Gut. Gut.
One looking nice, getting
Sehr
over.
gut.
Gets the outside. Is that one biting the corner?
hard to tell.
While they're having a look at it.
I'm guessing yes. It
Yeah.
feels like it casts a bit of shade on the 12 foot. So my guess is yes. You know who's a bit absent from the chat
Oh,
so far?
lengte, lijn is goed, alleen lengte.
Who is that?
Mats,
Ja, stop.
teammate
Oh.
of the Brewers Ducks.
Oh.
Right.
Jan.
Yeah.
Oh, Jan, stop maar. Ja, toch. Kom. Kom, ja.
This one coming through a little bit
Sehr
deep.
klein. Entweder so oder so. Sauber. Baschi. Bisschen schneller war, genau.
Gets rid of that one nicely. Moves it out of the way.
It was a bit on the heavy side to really kind of catch it and roll underneath the guards. But I think at this stage, they're just happy taking out the Yellowstone and not giving Brewers Ducks any kind of opportunity to set up something here.
Ja, Stef.
Going for a line here.
Steph with the very
Hurry, hurry.
unique way of
Hurry,
coming down
hurry.
the ice. A little bit of a crab walk there. Gets the hit. It's the
Okay,
roll.
point ball.
And peeks out onto the other side. But job number one is done. Shooter sits in the house.
This is a very decent stone.
Take out.
Hit and roll to the sides. It is exposed. That's only the one thing to criticize the stone for. But given the amount of mistake out so far on Brewers Ducks, I think they are pretty
Viel
satisfied.
Platz, viel
with that one.
Platz. Whoa.
This one feels way outside. Is that going to be able to curl over? No, just catches a tick, but not out.
Yeah, and I think that it's smart to keep sweeping that just to avoid tapping the yellow behind the red there.
Yep.
A little break here for Brewers Ducks.
Opportunity to get something going, split the house, force Rangers to chase, hopefully
Veld curlen.
score a couple of points in this end.
Binnen.
Feels a bit on the heavy side.
Ja, ze
With
wel
a bit of
binnen
luck,
ligt.
it sticks around.
It's gonna come in. I don't want it that deep, but now if Sven is feeling frisky, could go for a cross house double, but I think they're just gonna go for a normal takeout here.
Ja. Gut. Ich bin dran, ich
Pretty
bin dran.
good, comes in, hits, rolls,
Schön.
comes out the other side. Sven's happy with that one.
Yeah, definitely good. Take out, roll to the middle.
Take
Think,
up.
Leon can for sure be happy with this zone.
Ja, stop. Stop. Oh, stop, stop, stop. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, die valt diepel terug.
This one coming, gets
Oh.
it, slides over the top of there. Sven trying to sweep this one out, gets it out past the edge.
Normal. Oder 20. 20.
Something about 20. That's their
Think,
speed, whatever that is.
That's 220 maybe.
Could be. Certainly not going to be 20 seconds hog to hog. That's,
Sauber.
that's for sure.
Ja. Ja. Gut. Ist gut. Ist gut.
Right there on the nose.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Nice stone, and the Rangers are in control here so far, not allowing Brewers Ducks to score a lot. And again, they don't have to steal. They have a comfortable point lead if they just make sure that the Brewers Ducks score one. I think that's a great result here.
Yep, give one, take two. Easy win.
Je blijft er.
This one's gonna get on the nose, not much of a roll.
Irgendwo hinlaufen. Ich will auf Nase, genau. Gerne da, so. Gerne auf Nase treffen, wieder.
Just kind of keeping it clean from the sweepers, not really doing a whole lot to it. It's got the nice weight,
Ei, ei, ei.
but a little bit outside. It's gonna catch the yellow and move it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, and gets the jam on the
Danke.
back there. So
Yeah, did you see the disappointment over on Walter's side? Just kind of finding that super lucky jam, and all of a sudden they're sitting maybe two. But yeah, great stone. If that was the idea, that was for sure a great stone.
yeah, I think from
Als
the
hij
top
pakjes
angle
eruit
here,
doet, hè?
that top red is sitting in the house.
Yeah.
Probeer te blijven zitten. Hè. Ja. Even
Zo.
zien, ik heb geen idee hier. Pak maar zoiets, er zal wel iets terugkomen.
Wanting to
No, see,
hit
this
this
is-
one on the
this is
nose, make
weird.
sure it stays in the house.
Ja.
While Walter moves over there, I can give a quick update from the other sheets. On sheet A, Kik Cullen is leading Detroit Napoca 4-2.
Welke partij
So they're
liggen?
in the fourth end.
Of wegspelen, dan kunnen ze maar één pakken.
And on sheet
Allee,
C,
dan hebben we wel
Harakata
lichtjes hier.
leads Team 2800 4-3,
Ja.
also in the fourth end. So
To be honest, I think that's a strong
Ja,
result
goeie
for
wegspelen.
Team Mechelen
Wegspelen
there.
gewoon.
Stealing
Als je
one
wel
and
ziet
a
of ze blijven
third,
zo stonden.
staying in the race against, well, let's say, pretty skilled Spanish team there.
Yep, yep.
Don't forget, Team Mechelen is rather new to the sport.
Yep, first season in the league. This one's going to get rid of the red, but stays outside. So, not the result they were looking for. Sven trying to decide if this one is in the
Schwierig.
house.
Wollen wir ihn so und so?
Zur Not, wenn er überkommt.
Ja, dann
Looks like they're going to try to chip just
Ich
to make
würde sagen,
sure.
gib mir mal
Yeah,
so,
small
bitte.
nudge, and
So.
then sit two.
Possibly see a lot of spin put on this one.
Also
lot of
eigentlich den
rotation.
Split, damit wir sicher zweimal liegen, ihn zwingen.
Hey,
Sollte
Bina.
er zu viel curlen, machen wir nur den Race. Gib mir ein bisschen weniger.
Scoreboard is acting up,
Yeah.
so we're keeping it off most of the time, but you can see we're here in the fourth end. Rangers leading Brewers Ducks 5-1.
Also,
I've made some technical
Gerne
updates, and
Kieler,
apparently I
denke.
broke something, so.
Good luck for you, Timo is not here, because he would for sure call you out on that one.
Oh, for sure. So the idea behind this shot is they want to just tap the edge of that red one, push it a little bit closer into the house, and then have the shooter roll in as well. Trying to get this one to curl over, but it's
Easy!
just gonna miss.
Ah,
But sweeping it to try to curl, maybe have to carry it a little bit longer. And blows it through.
Nog
So
maar pakken zeker.
difficult shot there. Unfortunately, just coming up short. Yeah, I forgot, Bina. Yeah, you need to know who's losing so you know who to root for. I don't know if it's going to inspire confidence, but I chose the Brewers Ducks this evening as well. So counter picking Pim. They've been a little
Vinger!
shaky to start.
Ja.
And yeah, the Rangers have been playing well. That's maybe one of the first big mistakes they've had. There's no H, Bina. Hashtag Bina is wrong. Hey, somebody else is wrong. This one coming in. Isn't really going to curl around like they wanted to, trying to get behind the backing. Or is this the last stone?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I miscounted. I thought there was one.
Yeah.
So in the house, scoring one, gets the Ducks on the board for this end.
Yeah, I think the chip option from Sven was to try and avoid Brewers from blanking the end, but I think Brewers might have opted to just take the 1 point anyway.
Ist alles gut.
So we are at the midway break. We're going to see if the teams go off the ice. Does not look like it. Just kind of going to huddle around there.
Yeah, I
Lots of
don't
running
really
back
like
down.
sometimes the 4-minute break. I think if you're in the game, it's pretty cold out there, and then just stepping into the canteen, getting warmed up, and stepping outside feels like you have to go through that little bit of getting used to the temperature again. I kind of like to stay in the pace of the game with a maybe it's just a small break, a 1 minute, 2 minutes at max, but at some point, yeah, you're just waiting for the game to start again.
Yeah, that 5 minutes. Not a lot of teams take it, but there are some that insist on taking the full 5 minutes. And yeah, I believe just staying out there, staying in the rhythm, and I don't get that cold. I mean, if you're sweeping, you're generally not, but usually it's like, oh, I'm out of water. Go grab fill up with the bottle really quick. I think we're seeing Jan come in to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Give me a minute or two maximum, and let's move on.
Yeah, tournaments they would use those couple of minutes to just add some pebble, do a little bit of maintenance on the ice, but that's not the case here.
Walter and Sven heading down to the other end there, ready to get going. Jan walking past the booth back down onto the ice. So very short break, as we like.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's still always a bit of a dead moment to fill. But looking at the scoreboard, 5-2, things look good for the Rangers. But Brewers Ducks, they are not out of the race, obviously. I think, but they are gonna start to need score a big end at some point. I think just scoring the one or getting the ends will not be sufficient. They will have to look for 2-3 enders there to catch up.
Steph starting things off here in end number 5 for Brewers Ducks. They trail the Glashoch Rangers 5-2. Only scoring one on their hammer, trying to get a big end here, needing the setup. This one feels heavy though, and if it comes into the house, I believe we're just going to see Rangers start to play a hitting game.
Hier moet er moeilijk liggen, Jan. Kun hem beter van
Just
achter die toort
sneaks
liggen.
in.
This is indeed a bit heavy. I think we've seen that a couple of times this game so far, where yeah, the first couple of stones should be a guard. They trickle into the house, and then all of a sudden they allow Rangers to take them out, and then the front end of Brewers Ducks isn't able to really set up for a steal or a decent setup. To use the word twice.
Ja, nach außen, der gut.
Hit.
Bleibt außen. Ja.
Wanting that to stay in the house. Is
Good
that going to
Martin.
stay? Oh, gets the Swedish curl and stays biting.
Excellent performance here.
Job for Marcel. Yep. Sven happy, raising the broom as a sort of a tip of the cap.
Yeah, second attempt to put up a good center guard here.
Good. Come on. Over the hook line, come on.
This one feeling lighter. I got to make sure it's not hogged. Now Seb putting the
Come on. Ja, doe maar voor te
weight
vangen.
into the brooms, getting it down, but that's going to over curl. Just off that center line. Still sort of a center guard, but you're going to see Sven come in. Let's use that, get behind it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the trade-off. On one hand, you want to sweep it as far as possible, but then again, by sweeping it, you extend the girl and making kind of transforming a center guard into a corner guard, something you kind of don't want to leave behind for the hammer team.
And just being a little bit off the side
Aufpassen!
still allows them to go for the button later, keeps the center cleanish. So
Yep.
want to get this one to curl
Warte,
around.
warte! Und
Well
jetzt 8
past the
Fuß
guard.
hat er. Warte. Jap, jap, jap! Flo, Flo! Flo!
Trying to get that one
Good,
deeper
good.
to drag around behind. Gets it half buried. Good spot. Walter saying, okay, we're gonna freeze up on it. Not gonna try to get rid of it. Just wanna set something up for later that the Rangers can't do anything against.
This is heavy. I think
Yes.
Sweeper's kind of giving up on this one.
Yeah, Steph indicating this one was
Yep,
hard.
yep, yep.
Wanting to get this one to curl. If it's too heavy, you might as well take away that red.
Did they gave up too soon?
Kom op, druk er nog tegen.
I think they misjudged the speed.
Yeah.
It's
Oké.
That's not a bad spot.
Yeah, maybe overcurled just a touch too much to really find a good angle.
Sweepers,
bad.
if they were on that just a little bit in the middle there, they could have kept that on the inside edge, gotten it all the way down as a freeze. But they were feeling like it was heavy and through the house, so a little bit of a misjudgment there by the sweepers on the
Tilo!
speed.
Oh, they just
Jap! Ich komme dran. Ich komme dran. Ich bin frisch. Übernimm durch.
Skip sweeping. We love to see it.
Schön.
Came
Sehr gut.
way out to the line.
Gut.
Dragging that one all the way down. That one felt like it was a disaster from the start. Sweepers really getting that one into a good spot. Walter going to try to come in around behind it, though, use it to their advantage. Put some pressure on these Rangers. They need to do something to score big, possibly even steal all the way in order to have a chance to win.
Kom op, vegen. Go, Stef moet curlen. Oh, van voor blijven, van voor
Gets
blijven.
past the guard. It's not going to curl enough.
Ja, die is niet nodig. Jij moet er nog die shot liggen. Moet er voor liggen.
That one's still sitting out in the open. What's Sven going to do with it? He can use it himself as a hit and roll underneath.
yeah. It's something the Brewers Ducks, and especially Walter, they
20.
like to play, just kind of stacking up stones in a top house, creating a little bit of a scrambled setup to use.
Leon! Leon, Leon, Leon.
Push
Whoa!
this over, wanting to get a little bit of a roll
Whoa!
outside. Very nice stone there. Really like to see that one. Comes over, gets behind that guard. Walter possibly looking to see if they can tap the yellow onto the red and move it out of the way, but do we have some kind of a triple here? No, I don't think
Technical
so.
timeouts, or not
Nope.
technical timeout, just
Regular timeout.
regular timeouts. They have 1 minute to make a decision here. I think, yeah, Walter's kind of figuring out what do we do here. Red is sitting 2, the Yellowstone. Yeah, sure, it's sitting there, but it's not really serving them that much. They have 2 red stones to deal with. not having the hammer,
Wel met
can
een
they
hak
bury
kwijt
it?
op de dier dat we het al open liggen, of gaan we wachten, of gaan we eerst wegtikken, of gaan we zo spelen, dat is ook gevaarlijk, of gewoon hier een lel op, dat weg is. Maar misschien ook er zo en dan pakt er een deze mee. Nog geen gewoon een nulshoot opzet, dan zijn ze ook weg. Nulshoot.
Looking at their options, it looks like they're kind of going to go with the nose hit here, from what I understand. So
Yep.
nose hit on this one, should run it back.
Ja,
This will
set.
go off that way. This one will
Andere
hopefully go
opties.
that way. Or sorry, the shooter end up going that way. Leaving some protection there, clearing out that side. If he's a bit outside, he could still catch this one onto that and then spill, so... Something we'll have to keep an eye on. Gonna have some weight on this one, regardless of what shot they play.
Ready? Ready?
Yeah, there's some risk involved. You could end up jamming and leaving something in the house. You could end up missing like that. Leaving that red one. At least it came out a little bit to the side. So the big risk was that red that we had to promote back sat behind their guard. So now there's a little bit something there.
They have an opportunity. There is a double option now. The way the two red ones are sitting close to each other, if you can throw something in the middle, then you can double out the redstones and stick around in the center of the house. I think that's something Sven is looking at, see if he can defend.
Null! Null! Sonst die Guard!
Yeah, looking for a guard here. Trying to take out the guard. That looks like trying to take out the guard. Sweeper's not doing anything just yet. Getting around that top one. Florian going after it. Rolls.
Schön!
Ooh, carries over the top of their own stone in the back. Shooter rolls out to the side. Kind of exposes that
Tegen liggen.
red that was sitting in the back, so...
Interesting end so far. The setup changes a lot after each stone, and
Wegspelen.
what are
We
Brewer's
wegspelen.
Ducks gonna do right now?
Goed, take up.
Remember, yeah, go ahead.
So they're looking for a hit and roll here, wanting to get rid of that red, roll over to the side. They want to leave that red in the back there exposed in case they need to go after it later.
F. Oh, stop, stop, stop!
This one is going to get on that red and roll over. Peeks out behind, little Swedish curl back into the forefoot. Half stays about 2/3, 3/4 buried there. Sven liking this double though. He sees something
Wie
there.
viel Platz? Wie viel Platz?
How much he sees.
Yep.
So they are going for the double here. Leon does have the skill to throw this kind of weight. Sliding a bit wide, but keeps the stone on line. Marcel really putting the weight into the broom here, trying to get it to go, and gets rid of the one, just hits it a little bit thin. So Ducks can get rid of that last red, or
Ja,
I guess it's not the last red, but the
ideaal, maar het blankje zat er weg, denk ik. Er komt wel iets terug, hè, door, niet?
hit and roll over to the left side would be ideal
Geen eens
here.
swingen, wat daar op de iets weg. Ja.
But they've got roll either side they can go to. If you look at it here, they've got
Ja, rood weg,
protection on either side.
ja. En een rolletje hier of door, het is gelijk.
Yeah, that's the good thing for the Brewer's Ducks. They have a couple of guards. They have options to find some protection. You get a stone buried.
doen, niks doen. Yep! Oh, 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 oh! Rolleke, rolleke!
Gotta watch the roll. Needs it either way. Ooh, need a little bit more. Should have kept him on the sweep, I
sehen
think,
wir.
but
Ja. Krieg ich sie beide da?
Ja, ja, die klar siehst du beide, ja.
Warte.
Sven looks at the angle, says there's a double there. So wanting to catch this one on the outside. Have this one go over the top, get rid of that, go over there.
Yeah.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
They really need the double if they want to score 2 here, because they have that one redstone there over on the right, biting the house, and it could be nice for them if they're able to bring that into play and score 2.
Yep.
But I think that's the idea behind going for these doubles here.
Yep! Yep! Hard! Hard!
Trying to hold this one. Is it going to get the angle? Gets the side and just goes underneath. Good effort. Good attempt, but now it's going to be possible for the Ducks to do something.
Yeah, they just have to draw. I mean, that's their option here.
Iets ben ik eruit pakken.
Yeah, they're looking at something
Yeah,
coming in. Just there's a guard right up high here, trying to come in just by there. Don't need to be too deep.
Ja.
Honestly, even setting something up here just in the middle, as long as it's biting the house,
Second shot.
it's probably also okay. But they want to try to get this to second shot.
Ja. Keult uit die ver. Weet maar, zie je, die keulen hebben nog niks daar, hè. Draai 10. Van voor in het huis. Moet in het huis van voor, hè.
It's in the hands of the sweepers right now. Getting it in front of the house.
It's important. Needs to be in the
Van voor,
house.
ho.
Just deeper, not too deep. This one actually coming in a bit more than they would have liked.
It's a good stone. This is exactly where Walter wanted it, and
Warte,
there
Leon.
is a
ich muss
double
mal erst mal ein bisschen gucken.
opportunity there.
Genau. Zieh mich gerade runter. Ja, warte.
It's not quite on the nose. They'll want to come in
Kann ihn eigentlich auch ein bisschen schneller spielen, damit ich auch genug
just a little
Energie
bit
habe,
on
dass
that
sie weggehen.
side and have this
Ja,
one
genau,
run back,
genau.
catch the side here, and then that's a 2. Should be able to get them 2.
If he makes it, I think that's a potential
Tick schneller spielen,
shot
einen
of the
fast auf
match,
die
or
Nase
at
und den
least
Double.
highlight-worthy shot.
Brewers Ducks fans have woken up with now a 50-50 split in the poll. Get your votes in. We will be closing it after this end. Ben here with the hammer in this
Sauber!
5th end.
Ja!
Curls a bit, maybe.
Yeah, that is going to catch
Oh,
over,
no.
but it does get it.
no.
And is that shooter going to stay in? No, it does not, but still a solid shot there. Scores 1.
It was a very nice double take out. Overcurled a bit too much to
Ready?
really score 2
Okay.
here. The shooter was spilled, but then again, they score 1, 6-2. Still a pretty decent score lead with 3 more ends to go. I don't think they're going to cry too much over virtually not getting that extra point here. Important thing for them is Brewers Ducks not able to steal. And Brewers Ducks, they need to find a way to score 4 or 5 points, close that gap, The last 3 ends will not be an easy job. That is a certainty.
Yeah, it's only one for the Rangers, but I think it's a big one because there's a big difference between 6-2 and 5-3.
Yeah.
I think 5-3 feels a little more obtainable, a little more gettable.
Yeah, with 5-3, you can just have 3 steals of 1 to win the game. Yeah, now it's like steal of 1 isn't even good enough anymore.
4-4.
Right, the poll is closed as Marcel starts things off here in the 6th end for the Rangers. They lead 6-2 over Brewers Ducks.
Fan base is undecided here.
Yep. I feel like
Noch ein bisschen, komm, noch ein bisschen.
Rangers are going to play
Noch ein bisschen.
kind of
noch.
conservative. They're not going to have to do
Gut,
anything
schön,
too crazy.
Gut gelöst, gut gelöst. Tick,
This
schneller
one
wäre
coming
nicht
up.
schlecht.
Right there in front of the house, so
Yeah, they don't really want guards at this stage in the game, so a bit heavier to get it in the house was probably the better option. But it's still up to the Brewers Ducks to punish little mistakes here.
Ja, Bergman! Alsof Bergman! Bergman binnen! Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, nee, loop maar.
that they do, Bina. That they do. Blind optimism, you know, is a powerful thing. Oh, Bina's saying they have confidence in his team despite the, you know, the poll closing at 50-50 despite the Ducks being down 6-2.
Oh,
so
yeah.
people have confidence in his team. And
And Walter's saying, keep the weight down. We need the guards. If
Yep.
he was repeating that message over and over this evening. And yeah, maybe it's just fast ice. I don't really measure the hawk times, but it happens sometimes when the ice is pretty fast that you know you have to keep it down, but still.
yeah, we played last night. It was quite fast. I was having to throw
Das Marsch nicht
extremely
so oft, wie
slow
es geslidet.
to keep stones out of the house, and it was tough. I'll tell you, it was. I felt like, hey, I'm going slow, and it just kept going. So I hope not. Walter's not getting sick. Well, I guess they've got a month. If he's sick, he gets over it quickly. But I kept thinking they're leaving next week, but that's not the case.
No.
Next month.
Is it Fredericksburg in Canada or is it
Fredericton.
Fredericton? Yeah.
Lift hem voor. Stop, 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 stop.
How does that work?
Hey, jongens, stop.
It does not listen. Just one of those nights, just
Normal.
things carrying a little bit too far, and against the Rangers, they're going to punish you for it.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, it makes such a big difference. You don't really get to exploit the free guard rules here. And,
Sauber.
after these stones,
Aufpassen.
the guards are free.
Ja, Basi. Wow.
Check out.
Wow. Ich. Schön.
one gets in a little bit of a roll, but most important is just getting rid of that. Getting rid of the yellow one. I think that's all the Rangers care about, is they just don't want the Ducks to score. Whether they score themselves, not a big deal. I think they'd be perfectly happy giving up one and taking the hammer into the next end to try to put the match out of reach.
I think, imagine if the Rangers even would steal here, 7-2. Would that be a potential handshake?
I believe so. I think maybe if the Ducks
Back
were
it in there.
playing a little sharper, they might stay in and try to have a chance. But I think Walter probably shakes hands down 5.
Blijven gewoon, Jan. Come on, get them. Blijven gewoon. Blijven gewoon. Okay,
Oh,
Stefan,
great stone here.
Got
Bury
the
it.
weight. Gotta try to get it buried. Sven with the tip of the broom.
Yeah, this is excellent. Excellent.
Fantastic stone here. The first time I've used fantastic tonight.
And chances are that the flow man is going to just get rid of it.
Sauber.
Yep, nice little run back. That's the only
Aufpassen.
disadvantage of putting a guard behind the other team's, or stone behind the other team's guard. getting off of it because that will happen. Great stone,
Yeah,
Florian.
Equally impressive, this one. And good setup here for the Glashoch Rangers. At the 4 in the third end is really kind of haunting the Brewers Ducks because aside from that forehand, they're just kind of trading ends ones and ones. But yeah,
It's the kind of end that puts a damper in it because it's the one outlier, but having it happen early, it actually makes changes the what's the word I'm looking for now? Strategy. Changes your strategy. That's the word I'm looking for.
it changes the way that the Rangers can play. They're a bit off the hook. They don't necessarily need to go for these risky ones. They can afford a little bit of a mistake, whereas that's the opposite case for Brewers Ducks.
Nur Länge. Aufpassen, dranbleiben. Dranbleiben. Japp, japp. Oh, aufpassen, Flo gleich. Japp, Flo. Flo.
Trying to curl this one down in.
Whoa.
Oh, brilliant.
Schöne Gage.
Yep.
Nice guard. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than a.
Passive aggressive compliments there. But yeah, anyway, it's a lot of reds you have to deal with if you're Brewers Ducks. And they're starting to pile up.
Wacht, pak zo op 2. Nee, heavy. Snel uit, hè. Je moet er weg.
Walter requesting some weight on this one. The double takeout is the minimal.
Ja, stop! Oh!
Gonna curl over, get that one on the left first, then gets the one on the right.
Ja, weg op
And
staan, je
shooter
gaat
rolls
op
up and away. Nice stone from Jan there. Moves things out, opens things up, gets the job done in a spectacular fashion.
And this is great because the shooter even rolls to the sides instead of sticking around in the
Wir
center.
müssen bis
So,
nach innen, ja.
on all fronts, a big success, this one.
Bina saying you're playing right into their hand. I love your confidence, Bina.
Japp. Japp.
Yeah, if you want to score big
Solange
with
läuft.
the bookmakers,
Weiter.
this is the type of moment
Weiter.
where you should place bets.
Weiter, weiter. Weiter. Weiter.
Trying to get this one over. It needs to curl just a little bit.
Good.
Oh, nice.
That works. Going to make that a little bit more difficult to get rid of both those reds. Can't quite go
Pick up.
Yeah,
hard at it, but
you need a bit of curl to reach the red stone there. Shooter might
Walter's
spill out.
Walter saying normal weight, so normal weight takeout.
Yes,
Feels like
sir.
there's enough curl to get it around the guard and get onto enough of that red one. Oh yeah, it's starting to move a lot. They're going to get this around the guard.
Ready?
Just slips it by.
Oh,
Gets
my.
rid of
Oh
both of them.
my.
Amazing.
This is a spectacular
Okay,
double
clear
takeout,
ball.
and I'm just gonna nail it. This is shot of the match.
That one so far. Yep. That was as close as you think you can get to a guard without touching it.
Yeah, yellow is sitting 2 now.
Unnötig.
And the Brewers pull out a spectacular comeback.
I mean, I like to see that. I'm biased here. I love having the matches go to the last end, the final stone. So
It's always nice to kind of hypecast ramping up that momentum and then seeing the teams
Sauber.
actually execute.
Ja.
Bina is pumped. He's using capital letters, all caps, and multiple exclamation points. Trying to hold this one. Gonna
double take
catch that one, and will it get
Double take
over?
out.
And just close. Good effort. I think they need just a little bit more on that first hit, but now it looks like red might be shot. They're pretty close.
Dat kwam wel maar naar binnen te juist, hè.
A nice hit and roll could
meer
work out.
roken.
Remember, Brewers
meer
Ducks, they
roken.
now
Ja,
have
roll.
corner guards to come around
Ja,
with
maar
a nice
blijven
hit and
liggen
roll here.
Sebastian saying Sven's hit for 4 was shot of the match. That is definitely on the highlight reel. I don't think we've truly picked an actual shot of the match for quite a
Ja,
while. I think we call them that as
rollen.
legacy, but it's definitely highlight reel stuff. Hopefully someday I'll be able to figure out how to have like some sort of voting mechanism and be able to put up the clips quickly and say which was your favorite and get a fan vote. That would be nice. Walter needing the hit. Get rid of this red one is the most important. They'd like to have it roll over into the house. Nose is okay, but
it's
stays
there.
biting, so they've got 2.
Yeah, so important this one sticks around. They need every point they can get here. And if the Glashoch Rangers pull off a good hit and roll, all of a sudden they could kind of place a stone behind the guards on the shot position, taking out the back yellow one there.
Leon sagte zwar, wollen wir dahinter gehen, aber wenn wir
they
4
definitely
vorne
need
sind,
this one to be buried and kind of force,
erstmal,
or at
wenn die
least force
2
a
machen,
difficult
machen die
shot.
2.
Yeah. If
Aber
they're able to bury it behind
wir
one of
können
the
ja jetzt einen
guards,
guten
then
Roll
that's a big
spielen.
success.
Dann ist alles gut. Ja. Ja. Ja.
Hold the line. This one's going to catch on it and rolls over.
Oh,
And
great.
Oh, magic. Magic.
Great.
Ja.
And
Yeah, now there's nothing they can really do. The only way they can get after that is maybe with a peel.
yeah.
Hakweterig.
And then the shooter's not staying. Maybe a hack weight is enough. Yeah,
Kijk,
that
als
red
dat
guard
niet
is up
is,
quite high, so
Dan is die gele ook weg.
Yeah, I think the ducks are ducked.
Moet hier met een soort hakweterig.
There's
Ja, next hier.
so little chance here for them. It might work with a little bit of hack weight,
Kan ik niet
indeed,
uit, ik kon
but
geen
it's,
take-out spelen.
well, they're
you can also
Well,
always
hack
run
weight
back the
spell.
other yellow.
you do have an option coming around this way,
Yeah.
but that's just as hard. It's
Although I kind of
Kurl
like
daar. Minder,
the
minder.
questions.
Kurl
Can you
niet
get it
veel,
in
hè.
between? Oh, that
Nog
yellow one
minder,
sitting in
denk.
the back is so annoying for
Ja.
the ducks right now.
Yep.
Although annoying, but also they need it for the second
Ja,
point.
kom
So
voor
it's
2 proberen, jongens. Meer dan heb ik niks.
there's enough of a
Hier,
distance
hoor,
between
probeer
these
weg te
two
tikken,
stones
hè.
here
Aan de
that will
zijkant.
keep. Oops, I'm using the wrong color. That they should be able to get it out past, but they still do need to get around the guard, have it curl enough, and still stay at the house itself.
Yeah.
Like I don't think scoring 1 is good enough.
And perhaps the last lifeline here for the Walter and his team.
One felt like it pulled it a little bit to the left. Is
Yeah.
that going to come back across the center line? I don't think so.
Had the same impression. It felt a bit pushed outside.
Trying to curl it over once it crosses the center. I just don't know if it's going to have enough time.
No.
And a tick, but just goes through, and so that is going to be
A steal of 1 for the Rangers here. And a decisive moment. Will the Brewers Ducks kick off the next end, trailing 5 points? Or was this steal too much? One more.
Walter's saying, let's give it a go.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes. God knows if they can put their 4 on the board, but I think it felt like, yeah, that was the stone of the last hope, and kind of missed it there. Maybe that was the one that broke the camel's back here.
Is that a Norwegian curl? I mean, I guess if that's the opposite of a Swedish curl, yes, or there's dead straight, but yeah, it's... Marcel starting things off for the Rangers here in end number 7 as they lead 7-2 over Brewer's Ducks.
Yep. 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 Hart. Gut, ist gut. Schön, Marschi. Sehr gut.
This one just comes in, bites the top of the house, gonna force Walter to hopefully not die on the ice with that cold, but have to make a decision. Do they go after it or not? Opting for the corner guards.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, there's no other choice than put up some corner guards, and then Walter crossing his fingers. Please let this be a guard. Was a bit on the heavy side.
This one feels light. You gotta make sure this one's even over the hog. But it's also way over curled. He was way outside trying to get that one on the broom out the corner. This is the opposite side of the ice, so...
now it's serving as an extra center guard for the Rangers to come around. And indeed, that is the option. They're going to just abuse the little mistake from the Ducks. Walter lifting his eyebrows like, yeah, for sure. And this is guard weight, but over curls, unfortunately.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This one's going to end up on the
Ja, ran
light,
damit.
so that's going to touch the top
Bisschen noch.
yellow.
Yep. Yep. Okay, toll.
A little tick. A little bit light, or a lot light, honestly. If you wanted that in the house and it's just over the hog line.
Yeah.
A little bit light.
They don't really need guards. They don't want guards. Guards are the friends of the team that wants to score, but let's see if Brewers Ducks are able to start putting stones in the house. I think Walter's shifting strategy now, just to see if they can put as much yellow in the pin as possible.
This one well past the guards. They didn't get the curl because they want it protected, so there it goes.
Okay,
Needs to be shot.
No, niet meer nodig. Yep.
Great stone. Great stone.
Yeah, works.
Although, yeah, it is lined up for that hit on the red. It takes out the yellow.
20, nee, 0, 0, 0.
Rangers don't really care if their shot stays around. Their stone stays around in the house. Don't need to worry about scoring. Just prevent the big end from the Ducks.
Catching the yellow one.
This one a little bit tight. Yeah, it's going to catch that yellow one.
Nicht so schlimm.
No, nicht so schön. Nope. Not so nice.
But I thought he said nicht so schlimm, not so smart, but I...
Oh, I thought he said schön, but
oh,
it
yeah.
could have been slim. Yeah, close. Either way.
He'll know for sure. I think what counts is a minor mistake, and Brewers Ducks, they keep fighting, keep finding opportunities to abuse a mistake, hoping for Glashoch Rangers to kind of have an off end here.
We're staying off that one, but it feels a little bit heavy. They don't want this to tick too far.
Okay.
And covers over. Okay, so that takes that.
Yeah, they were
Run
looking for a good,
back out,
good
yeah.
angle to get red out with a run back afterwards.
Yep. So Sven gonna clean up the center, take away those guards.
Bisschen schneller. Good.
2. Gets rid of a couple of stones out there. Nicely done. Try to play in behind all that rubble in the middle. We have an update from Sheet A. Detroit Napoca scored 1 in the 5th, so they now lead it 5-4 over Kulm in the 6th. So that one's a
Interesting.
real tight affair over there.
Yeah, Kulm was undefeated in their group so far. So it's a good result for the Romanians.
Damn!
This one is going to be a bit heavy. Hopefully it doesn't tap too hard. Nope, just a little kiss, so...
Yeah, I think this was a light and inside. They really wanted to come around.
Ja, hier treffen.
Sven calling for some big weight here. Just hit it off the right edge of the nose and send everything flying.
Yeah. Yeah, the 5-point leads. All they need to do is make sure this end goes nowhere.
Keeps him off it, gets rid of it.
And yellow flies towards the hack on sheet A.
Oh, geez, all the way over, yeah. That definitely had some weight. Good thing there was nobody lining up a shot over on sheet A. They would have been hit by a rocket.
But things look promising again for the Rangers. The build-up is kind of cleared. The fewer stones in the house, the better for the Germans.
Thuis, hè. Yes, up! Come on, Vitesse! Come on, jongens!
And this one curl over and get deep, trying to kind of spread out the house.
Come on, blijf erom, blijf erom. Vegen, 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 vegen. Kom on, zoveel mogelijk.
As far as you can. And there it goes. But that leaves kind of a hit and roll opportunity
I was thinking the same thing. Do you want to leave a hit and roll?
No, I think they wanted it wider and deeper to really kind of take that option away.
Yeah, to really get it as far on the side as possible.
Yep, just didn't quite get out there.
Marci!
Trying to get this one curl over a little bit so it rolls to the inside. And it rolls a little bit. Not quite behind the guards, though.
I think it's good enough for them.
Yep.
It forces Brewer to deal with it again. It is the shot stone after all.
Now, it looks like an easy hit and roll here for Brewers Ducks. They don't have to go very far, but they prefer to go behind their own, kind of behind both, but this one feels a bit wide. It's going to roll to the outside. And they want this one to stay in the house, hopefully. And just flies out to the side, so a little bit wide on it. And
Healing.
And now it's just a matter of clearing any yellow that sticks around in the house, avoiding Brewers Ducks from scoring 2 or more. So things look very, very promising for the Rangers at this point.
Yep, yellow sitting open.
Peeling auf die Nase.
It's going to peel out this yellow.
Bitte?
Maschine freut sich schon aufs Mischen.
Ah.
Calls them off the sweep. This one getting through nicely.
Whoa!
Yellow goes.
Nein, nein, nein.
Yeah, Sven wanted it to curl just a bit more to find that, or kind of stick around there in the center. But yeah.
Takeout-spel ook kunnen zien, hè.
Takeout doesn't really help the Ducks.
Throw a takeout.
Unless it's time to roll. They've got 2 places to roll to. But preferably, I think, coming in from behind Walter and then rolling and stopping here. They can also come in behind that, but that would leave a very close run back. So
Yeah, I think a good option would be to find a spot in the 8 foot behind the corner guard, so it's hard for the Rangers to take it out, and then hope you can draw for a second point with your last stone. 'Cause it's not easy to just draw in the 4 foot behind the red stone there.
Ja, verder! Oh, is al weg. Ja! Voor de duwen! Voor de box!
maybe you'll catch that one on the top. Gotta wait till it touches the line before you can sweep. But no, not enough zip on that one.
Ich hätte
No,
gerne genau
and
4 so hin.
I think Brewers Ducks, they can max score 1 here.
Können wir damit leben, oder?
So they're
So, dass wir sonst
potentialists coming back 7-3, chasing 4. 4
Yeah.
for a tie, 5 for the win. So I think
Without the hammer, yeah, that's not gonna be. I would bet
Genau
twice 2 of
hier
your
den Goal.
houses that they're gonna shake hands after this ends.
I
No
would be
matter.
yeah, I would be surprised if they
Also,
wouldn't.
kurz vor 4 Fuß.
So an update from sheet C. Hirokata has started to run away, or not started to. They have run away with it. It is 11-3 in the 7th end there. Team 2800 putting together a couple of good
Bisschen
ends at the
kurz
beginning,
vielleicht.
but experience pulling away from
Kurz.
luck. Well, I don't want to call it luck. I don't know how they scored. Just to say, experience is pulling them away from
Komm noch ein bisschen.
towards victory.
Noch ein bisschen. Hart.
Trying to get this one in.
Wieso wischt ihr nicht?
Those darn sweepers not doing their job, sweeping it right on the pin as always.
But Sven was right there. He could have helped too.
That's
Lekker
true.
gewoon.
That's true. Although
Op de pers van tactisch kunnen
he
we
did have
tegen
his
liggen.
broom. He has the special
Oh,
delivery
that's right.
stick.
He's got his delivery aid.
Yeah.
It has a technically has a
Beetje
broom
meer
head on
zet.
it, but I don't think it's a
Beetje
legal
meer.
broom head, so he's probably not allowed
Oh,
to
Pietje!
do more than like clean the stone with it.
Yeah, I think for Brewers Ducks, the match against Steenhoek
Ja,
will
die
be
had wel
super
puntpakken kunnen nog
important. I
eens
think
even
Brewers Ducks, they are
voorstel.
sitting 2
Kunnen
right
we
now,
opkennen.
2 points in the league. They lost against in 19, so they have the tiebreaker. That's not in their favor. Still have to play against Steenhoek. Steenhoek sitting 4 in the league, so they would need to win against Steenhoek and have that head-to-head, keeping them in League A.
And now we know why he doesn't throw at the broom. Yeah, thanks, Sebastian. That's because he doesn't want to sweep. So, oh, I can't. I have this little sliding aid that.
Is this a steal? Is this
No.
another steal for red?
It
is.
is. Comes up light.
Did you say
and-
no or?
I didn't see the one in the back.
Oh, yeah.
The Steph was in front of it, but there we have handshakes. Let me find where we can actually update the scoreboard. What is going on with my phone?
Well, I think, update or not, I think the result is clear. It's no surprise that the Glashoch Rangers, they won this game 8-2. And that was a well-deserved win. I don't think the Brewers Ducks kind of had a big chance. They had some opportunities, but yeah, that forehand decided so much, and then they tried to fight back in the game, but a couple of steals later, and all of a sudden we're watching a 8-2 win. There was no point in starting that 8, and well-deserved win. First win for the Rangers here in this second half of the season. They will be back tomorrow playing against Takeout Tigers, see if they can get as close as possible to like top of the league housekeepers for they can kind of range. But what is your take on the game, John?
Oh, I feel the Rangers played a very solid game. Took advantage in that second end, scoring 4. Or was it the third end? Third end, scoring 4, and then basically just got to play the scoreboard the rest of the time. The Ducks didn't really look very sharp, missing quite a few takeouts, not quite getting the rolls. Guards coming into the house, so that's really just kind of the story of the day.
Yeah, that's kind of my takeaway here. Brewers Ducks not able to put up those guards. Very important for the front end to kind of really have that setup where you can start scoring points. Maybe those guards trickling into the house. That was kind of the theme of the night, and that was for me maybe one of the reasons. Because I've seen Walter throw decent stones. I remember the nice double take out there from Jan.
Yep.
But the Rangers were, I think, Rangers proved why they were my pick and probably also the favorite to win this game.
Yep. Well, only 50% of the people voted for them, but 50% of the people were right. Bina, thank you as always, for joining us, and everybody else who was in here watching. Appreciate it. We have 2 more matches this weekend. One more tomorrow evening, 8:30 p.m. I believe it started a little bit later because there's 4 sessions, and then also one on Sunday, also at 8:30. That's Central European time, so whatever time it is for you. Add or subtract hours. Daylight savings time here starts this weekend. So
oh yeah, we have an extra hour.
we
no,
lose an hour.
Oh, we lose an hour.
Lose an hour. So
my life is so painful.
it's already bad enough you're not getting sleep, and now you're getting less. So thank you everybody for watching. We enjoyed having you. Don't forget to follow us here and on our socials. Mostly Instagram is where we post a lot of things. We post highlights from all of our matches. Watching us supports us. If you want to do more, we do have memberships you can subscribe to the channel with. We also have Ko-Fi, which is a donation thing. You can look at those links in our bio. But with that, we're going to say goodnight, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
Bye.